When you go to the New Testament, we discover what Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians 13, verse 5. Love does not demand its own way. It does not demand its own way. That's love. You got to be willing to meet in the middle. And when you think about it, man, there's so many different things when you get married that you have to decide to compromise on. Raising your kids, you got to decide, how are we going to do this? It's the best way to raise our kids. Where you spend your holidays, how much time you spend with the in-laws, how your house is decorated, places that you go on vacation, what time you go to bed, and what you do there in bed. That's all things that have to be talked about and compromised. So you look at that, you know marriage is so much about growing and maturing as a human being. And in Christian marriage, the goal is even higher. The goal is to become like Christ. It's more and more we want to become like Jesus Christ. And I'm convinced it is why less and less people are getting married these days. Because the ideal is servant-hearted, sacrificial relationship. That's the ideal of marriage, is that we would compromise, that we would have communication, that we would actually be considerate of one another, and we would put aside our wants and desires so often in order to sacrifice for our spouse, just like Jesus did. And so what's happening all across culture? People are looking at it and going, no. Because they've been taught what? Selfishness.